saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the radar.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Check three.
Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. 20. It's caught. Nelson. Touchdown, Packers. J.J. Nelson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot. Go. Check 9.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Mike, wait. Check. Mike 42. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Monday.
42 the Mike, boy. 42. 42 the Mike.
Hey, exit.
I'm coming. Mike's 4-2.
Let's get it.
Flacco from the gun. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Denver.
Lock it in.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, Monday.
Mike 42.
Hey, orbit.
Cut.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, wahoo.
Throwing on second and 14. Flacco. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
A gain of 15. And the Broncos first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Check. Shift. Watch the shift.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Outside, ready!
Let's get off the field, D.
Free wide.
Mike 4-2.
Hey, Charlie.
42, Mike 42.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Even. 4, yeah, even.
Hey, team 6.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Rodgers now on first down. They'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the 14-yard line.
58.
34. It's our time. It's our time.
On second down, it's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Flacco going to bring up the Broncos first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a third-round pick on him, but it was Phillip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the number 1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup.
Safety's creeping. Check 24. Check 24.
Monday.
On first down, Flacco finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. 17-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Let's make these babies crawl, baby. You're over here. Safe. Light 42. Tackles. Check 42.
On red.
Check 42's the mic. Double dog. Check. Crunch.
Gun.
Mike's 42.
Here's Freeman. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
49-yard line.
Set! 20!
Watch the run, watch the run. Two times. You got three down.
20!
On 2nd and 9. Flacco. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check.
Don't red!
From the gun, Flacco. Steps, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one's high, but not very far.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Set! Lock it in!
Watch the screen. Pass.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Packers' 29-yard line.
Set! Ready!
Check. Mike 42. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Roger, 5-0!
42 the mic. Smooth. 42 the mic. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Watch the
Rewind!
Watch the screen.
Now it's Flacco. This is the tight end fan. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Flacco. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Bravo.
To pass, Flacco. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine, and now trying to parlay that into an impressive and a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Yo, Lee.
42's the mic, 42's the mic. Hey, me and you all game.
Hey, Echo.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Flacco, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
All day.
Alpha.
Any day. 35.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 7. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
At the 14-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
158. Hey, check 26. Get that quarterback.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer is
under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Za'Darius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Delta.
Here's Flacco. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, second and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the whip. Switch.
Now it's Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready!
Here I come again.
Regular.
Mike 35.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here we go.
Passing play. Flacco finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Flacco now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Everyone got 4 down.
Rock it.
35 to Mike. Here we go.
Hey, exit.
Mike 35.
Now Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Setting up to throw, Flacco. That one into the hands of Hamilton. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push. There against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some space here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
88. You better be afraid of me.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls.
in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
in the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard